Hi guys, children of mine. It has been a while since I've done one of these because I have been crazy busy with my channel and reading and interviewing, but we're back. It is September 1964. I'm getting a weird glare. There we go. On one of my eyes. Okay, there we go. So anyway, September 1964. This was a huge month for debuts of TV shows that were long lasting. So it was kind of cool, I thought. We start off the month on the 2nd. Keanu Reeves is born. Remember him from The Matrix? Well, he is born, and I had no idea that he was my age. I thought he was a lot younger, so that was kind of cool for me to find out. And then on the 3rd, U.S. Attorney General Bobby Kennedy resigns. Now, why I'm telling you about this is because when we went through July and August, we learned that the Civil Rights Bill had passed. Now, and John Kennedy had died in November 63, so we're now in September 64. That means that Bobby held on to his position for 9-10 months. Okay, nobody really thought that he was going to stick around that long, and I've read a lot of books on him, and you can even find some of my interviews on his life because I just love him and everything that he stood for, and you can go back and watch those. But the reason this is so important is because he stuck around to make sure that that bill went through. He wanted to make sure that Lyndon Johnson was going to sign the bill before he left. And it took that long for it to happen. But since he was successful in making that happen, he was out of there. He was trying to figure out what he was going to do with his life now that his big brother was gone. And, you know, he kind of lived through a lot. So, and him and JFK were so close that him dying, like imagine he's grieving and he's got all these kids. He ends up having like 11 children, I think. So he's a busy guy, but everything that he's ever done has been with the family. And him being JFK's attorney general was you know, he was just there for JFK, and he had to figure out, what am I going to do now? You know, I don't want to be attorney general to Lyndon Johnson. So basically, that's why I put it in there, because it was important. It was an important time for the Kennedys, and so anyway, and I love the Kennedys. So the 13th, Grandma turns 17. Okay, so she is now full term pregnant with me, and she's 17. And if we just think about that, let's just all think about that for a second. That is young, okay? She was young. She's married. She's living with her mother-in-law and my dad and my Uncle Joe, who was who was a year younger than her. You know, it's a whole new world for her. And I don't know how this birthday was for her, but I'm assuming it wasn't that much fun. I've had birthdays and been very pregnant, and you just want the baby out. So celebrating her birthday was just like, okay, get this baby out. But moving on. 17th, Bewitched premieres. Love that show. You know what? You guys get to watch it on Amazon. Please watch these old shows. When you get tired of all your new shows, go back and watch old shows, okay? There'll come a time when you're going to be like, oh, I want to watch an old show. Put Bewitched up there, but I've got more, okay? Because then the following night, The Addams Family premiered. Loved The Addams Family. Remember the theme song? Don't think you know it. Everybody else if anyone else is watching this, they'll know why I did that. But it's in the beginning theme song. When you watch it, you can laugh at me. On the 18th, also Holly Robinson is born, and I love Holly. Holly was on 21 Jump Street. She ended up marrying Rodney Peete, who was the quarterback for the Eagles. They ended up having a huge family. She's awesome. She's on Instagram. She posts such cute pictures of all of them, but I had no idea she was my age, so that was kind of cool. And then the next day, on the 19th, Kim Richards is born. Another person that I didn't realize was my age. I thought we were close, but I really didn't know when she was born. And she is now on Beverly Hills Housewives. When I was growing up, she was the little girl on Escape to Witch Mountain. And I always remembered watching her. So that's kind of cool to see that our birthdays were that close. Fiddler on the Roof opens on Broadway on the 22nd. I mentioned that because it was on a very long time. It was a really huge Broadway show. And I never saw it, but I thought it was worth noting. Then on the 24th, as if we didn't have enough weird families on TV with the Addams Family, the Munsters premiere. And I remember watching the Munsters, just like the Addams Family. They were all in black and white. I don't think they ever went to color. Bewitched started off in black and white and then went to color eventually, but I don't think either of these shows did. But then 2 nights later, Gilligan's Island premieres, okay? That did start out in black and white and then went to color, but that was another long-lasting show. You know, I cannot recommend these highly enough. And then the end of the month, the 30th, my due date. So we all know I wasn't born in September. She has to wait a little bit longer for me to be born. But just think about it, guys, okay? Think about how many, in September of 1964, The Bewitched, The Addams Family, Fiddler on the Roof, The Munsters, Gilligan Island. 5 TV shows that ended up being cult classics, shows that you would watch over and over and over again and love. So even today. So anyway, that was a very fun month. No huge Vietnam news, so that's always exciting. But I can't wait to do October. See you guys.